So the session from the Greater London Authority is the first part of a two-part investigation by the GLA Oversight Committee to discuss the principles behind best practice when consulting on new and amended initiatives, policies and projects.
The presumption should be that everything is public, and I think you need to not arbitrarily, you need to have, maybe this comes into your standards that you might develop, some visible rules about, just as the sort of Local Government Access to Information Act 1985 had or has, it needs to be clear that you are applying criteria that are visible in an appropriate way, and people can challenge that.
We were invited as at the Institute because of our international reputation in setting best practice standards of public consultation. The Institute has its own consultation charter, and actually the 7 principles in this provided the framework for the questions that the Assembly members asked us on the day.
Starting perhaps with Mike, because I think you said earlier that transparency is in the charter of your organisation. What would your expectations be in terms of transparency for a consultation?
Something we haven't particularly talked about is publishing responses, and so I would expect stakeholder responses to be published, and I would have quite a high bar for any request for confidentiality. I think if you're trying to influence a decision, you should be prepared for the way in which you're trying to influence to be visible to everyone.
We do quality assurance with multiple clients in London and beyond, and we use these principles in the sort of set format that we've got for delivering these particular requirements.
Just to say that it's part of the process that we use at the Institute when we're quality assuring a consultation. So the first intervention we make is to agree with the scope, and that needs to be clear. The governance needs to be clear, but we ask our clients to produce a mandate to a set template which says what's being decided and who's deciding it and what they're going to do with it.
I think it was a worthwhile process. It was worthwhile for me, and it was nice to have the indulgence of spending 3 hours, or my part of 3 hours, talking about consultation best practice to people who seem genuinely interested in the answers. I suppose the proof of the pudding's in the eating. What will they actually do with the information that we've given them, and how will that influence consultations that they oversee in London?